look at how active those fish are. It's fun for me to come back and see my teammates' water features and how they live the Aquascape lifestyle. And the frustration for guys like us, ecosystem-based water features, is this does not work with Mother Nature. $500,000. Yes. What could you build for $500,000 the ecosystem pondway?
From here to the river.
We are in St. Charles, Illinois, the water garden capital of the world. I'm Greg Wittstock, the Pond Guy. This is my channel, Greg Wittstock, the Pond Guy, which is all about living the aquascape lifestyles. And speaking of the aquascape lifestyles, here we've got a stack slater. Chris!
Yo.
Chris Wilson, my longest teammate on the sales side, right, my man?
That's it.
How long have we been working together?
22 years.
You remember your first day?
Absolutely.
What happened on your first day?
I threw you on your back on a patch of grass.
No. I threw him on his back. Chris and Brian were good buddies in high school. That's how we found Aquascape.
You hired me out. You were doing a big job at an airport for a massive piece of liner, and you needed bodies to pull out liner. That's back in the days when we were just being paid cash.
No. Not pay cash anymore. This is when I was a 23, 24, 25-year-old kid. But anyway, we're showcasing how Aquascape teammates live the Aquascape lifestyle, and you have a beautiful pond in the backyard. Check this out. This is a traditional neighborhood, right? You've lived here for 5 years?
5 years now.
So the pond's been here for almost 5 years, right?
Literally, you did not give me a choice. I moved in February, and in March, you wanted me to already start planning a build-a-pond day. But if you recall, your build-a-pond day, you wanted it an 11 by 16 or something basic and easy.
And you knew.
Brian was already out and designed it, and I had it ready in my back pocket, and I said, I'm not doing an 8 by 11 for you. Like, we could do this.
My gosh, the plants are just taking off back here, my man.
You know, you try to plant low maintenance, I anyway try to plant low maintenance landscape and stuff, but you always got to weed a garden. You always got to do it. But I love big, tall screening.
You got some grasses here, some sort of a weeping cherry or
yeah, that's a
crab apple.
So
this is one of the things that we always talk about. Like, this is what, potato vine?
Yep.
So look at how this just grows over the edge of the rocks. Just grows over the edge of the rocks and softens up the edges. We got a cotoneaster on this side. And what's really cool about this is when you're sitting up on your deck up here, those fish actually disappear underneath there. It looks like you can't tell that it's only 6 inches. Now, I know that we were experimenting with the new, what are they, the gel certs? What are they?
The good and the bad about living so close to Aquascape, only 3 miles away, is that this is literally a test pond. When product team has anything they want to test, it gets done here. So when they say, hey, Wilson, we need you to blow up your pond. We need you to overfeed your fish. We need your kids in there swimming. Turn off your ion gen and your dosing system. We need you to cloud it up because we got to test a new product, the pond gummies. That was 2 weeks ago. It was almost green. Blew it up. We were feeding them like crazy. And about 3 days ago, you could start to see it. And inside the skimmer, I have fine filter pads in there and stuff. I constantly got to change those out.
Look at that. So you actually have the fine filter media in here, so you can look at that.
So that's what the gummies are breaking down.
Yes.
They're just literally turning all of that cloudiness and green water, breaking it down.
Take that out. You hose it off.
Hose it up, flip it upside down. So I use the clean side next. So I get 2 uses out of it. Probably 3 times I'm able to use this mat right here. It costs like $10 for a 3-pack of them.
Overfed the fish, you have big fish. We're testing out a new bacteria product that actually drops in. It's the pond gummies. We'll actually put a link down there to it. We actually live the Aquascape lifestyle ourselves. Look at how active those fish are. I mean, look at that pond right now. How many fish do you have in here?
Holly will tell you 32.
Talk about living at the lifestyle with your kids.
Well, I wish my wife was here.
Because she's a school teacher.
She's a school teacher.
A kindergarten school teacher. Do you think she might need a little bit of therapy?
She always says it best, though, that we grew up in a generation where there's a patch of woods over there. We'd get lost in them. We would go there. We wouldn't come back until the street lights came on. She grew up living with her dad that was never really outside, had the neighborhood around her to kind of protect her. The very thought of my kids playing in the woods alone is just mind-boggling to her. When you put this in for us, immediately Holly, she saw how Holly was interacting with it, and then Dane came along. She said, the best part about my life is the summer's off when you're not here and stuff.
Yes, yes.
Like, I can come down here, the kids can get in their swimsuits, and they're just constantly in and out of it. Or when they come home from school, they don't want to go inside and on the electronic or the PlayStation, the Xbox. They want to come back and feed the fish. Holly, she's back here. She's petting all of them. I don't let her name them. Kiss of death. She feeds all of them. They eat right out of her hand. They dangle in their feet. This is their classroom back here. Right. There's a play set back there, you know.
Wait,
comfort
there's a
zones.
play set behind this?
Yeah.
This is not a big lot. This is probably, what, 60, 70 feet deep?
Ish.
And yet, behind this, there's an entire play set for the kids. I didn't even notice it sitting here. Yeah. What do people say that come here for the first time?
We have neighbors constantly commenting on the urn. I always tell them, well, you should go see the backyard if you think this is good. And then they walk in, they're blown away. My neighbor here, Jeff, his wife is from Czechoslovakia.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know she had an affinity for koi. She came back here and she's just sitting here in awe over it.
A water feature connects a neighborhood. It turns a house into a home. This is a place for your kids, but it connects neighbors. People will literally come out. It's a conversation piece, and it's always changing. New birds coming. The fish are always doing something. Part of my daily ritual is wake up and I see what the fish are doing. What do we have up here? We have a biofalls.
Biofall 6000. If you remember, you built that top fall.
Well, that's why it looks so good.
Yeah.
Explain this. What is a build-a-pond? Because this was actually a teammate build-a-pond. It wasn't for contractors. We actually had the Aquascape teammates here helping and building your pond, correct?
Yeah, we have to teach them. We need their hands on the product. They don't always get that opportunity when they're at their desk and helping out customers. The training department, the tech department, the construction department, they come here, they do the chain gain.
With the rocks.
With the rocks, and they get their hands, they get that creation, that feeling that they just created something. But we teach them, we let them hook up the biofall, up the skimmer, all the lighting and stuff. Might be the only build-a-pond day that does not leak.
So how has having a water feature helped you with your role at Aquascape?
I help groom up-and-coming contractors, seasoned contractors, distributors, retailers, and garden centers. Literally just spread the passion about water. I can tell the story that I just told you with Amy. I tell that story to other people. I always quote Ed Ballou and how he focuses on when you're around water, it releases serotonin and it lowers your blood pressure. Those are little nuggets that you bring people back to when they were a kid playing in the woods, you know, playing with the water and the streams and stuff like that, and just helping them identify how important water is to us, hearing it in the bedroom windows and the kitchen windows.
Yep.
There's not a place in my house where you can't hear water from the front or the back.
It's been a pleasure. I certainly love doing this stuff because it's fun for me to come back and see my teammates' water features and how they live the Aquascape lifestyle. We are in downtown St. Charles, Illinois. I'm with Ed Ballou, our Chief Sustainability Officer and Director of Field Research. What I wanted to show about here is, this is a typical commercial construction of these two fountainscapes. And Ed, we actually didn't bid on these, but we bid on phase 2 of this.
Which was supposed to go from here right through all this towards the river. I don't know if that's actually happening. This construction has changed many times.
Many times. It's actually nice. Very typical though, what you would normally see in a downtown area or a commercial setting. I wanted to give people a perspective in terms of costs on something like this. This water feature right here was $250,000. It's probably 15 feet by 20 feet. That water feature over there, guess what the money was?
$250?
$500,000. Underground here, there's an entire pump vault.
Yes.
What could you build for $500,000 the ecosystem pondway?
What could we, well, from here to the river, build a pond or a water feature,
With
or a
koi
waterfall
fish and
with
water
koi fish and
that's
giant
less
boulders.
maintenance than this. It's
Ooh.
chemical. They use what, chlorine here?
Yeah.
There's an underground vault. There's a whole system, and then 5 months out of the year, this is shut off. And you know how they keep people out of it? They put snow fences up. The architect, the designer that created this, that we didn't have input on, this is what people are used to seeing, and so this is what they kind of build. People would walk by, they say it's nice, but nobody would really stop and wow. For $500,000, we put something in that everybody would stop and wow.
Away.
I wanted to create this for a perspective because this is pretty much par for the course, yes?
Absolutely.
The frustration for guys like us, ecosystem-based water features, is this does not work with Mother Nature. We want to work with Mother Nature, not against Mother Nature. Keep it simple. This is anything but simple. This is complicated. The contractors have probably spent 5-6 months building this.
Oh, I guarantee it. This goes from here that way, if I recall. It is highly complex.
The goal of this channel is to inspire people to live the Aquascape lifestyle. We are into ecosystem, natural-based water features that are low maintenance, that are more natural, more easy to maintain and friendly, and they're more dramatic. You don't have to do something like this, and that's the goal of this. So something that a lot of people don't think about is Aquascape is the only manufacturer of water feature equipment in the world that builds ponds full-time. My construction crew is out there every single day building water features. People like Chris that live with water features, that are directly working with contractors, they're living the Aquascape lifestyle themselves. I think that by developing new products, by testing products with the ponds that we actually have, we can talk of a contractor, we can talk of a retailer, we can talk of a consumer, because we're consumers of our products, and we want to develop products that will improve the customer's experience with water features. The only way to build a company is to build a team, and having guys like Chris that have been with me for 22, 23 years right now, that are living the Aquascape lifestyle themselves, that makes Aquascape a better company. I really hope that you enjoy these vlogs. I certainly enjoy making them. If you want more people to see what living the Aquascape lifestyle is all about, like, comment, subscribe, and share these videos so more people can see what living the Aquascape lifestyle is all about. I love my job.